All right. Welcome, Mr. Abilogun. Michal. Oh, sorry. Michal Abilogun. Thank you for joining us. So, we'll just wait for a few more people to join so that we can start. It's not going to be a very, very, very long class per se. In less than 30 minutes, we should be done. So we'll just try to wait for a few more people to give them the opportunity to, be a part of the class early on. So we're just going to wait for like.
Good evening.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. So we are just going to wait for like 5 minutes to see how many more people.
Yes, the name is Michel Abilogu.
Michelle. All right. Okay. Thank you. So we just wait for a few more participants to join us. Once they do that, then.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Welcome, Gloria. Thank you for joining us. So like I explained earlier, we are just going to wait for a few more people to join us so that we can kickstart. So it's just going to be more of an expository class, just teaching you to improve your marketing approach, your sales approach, your marketing techniques and all that. So the idea is just to, carry you through some basic thought processes that marketing experts use to, make their work better, make more sales and, do more in terms of improving the general output of their brand, whether their personal brand or a business brand altogether. So, and the beautiful thing about marketing techniques and marketing strategy is the fact that they often cut across so many industries. And usually what you just need to do most of the time is just to, find a way to tweak it or moderate it to the industry you're trying to use it for. So basically what I'm saying is, if you're selling car, if you're selling house, if you're selling jewelry, if you're selling food, if you're selling clothes, whatever you're selling, the approach towards selling it is usually the same. It's just like when it now comes to the application aspect, that's when you need to start diversifying and saying, okay, what can I do differently in real estate industry to what I would have done if I was in the automobile industry? So those are just a few unique points of marketing. So that's part of the things that we are going to be talking about today. I'm just trying to give more people the grace to join in so that we don't have to go back when people start joining. So in a couple of minutes, we will be starting. So I just felt to give you those preamble before we actually begin. So I'm just trying to get more people to join. So once it's 7:10, nonetheless, we'll just start anyways, and whoever joins us along the line would just join us wherever we've gotten to. So quick introduction. My name is Olamide Olanrewaju. I'm the head of marketing of Olamide Group. I am a marketing strategist. What I do is I look at products, I look at brands, and I help them build workable strategies around how to sell themselves, how to sell their ideology, and how to sell their business in general. So I'm a doctor of business. Let me just put it that way. I dissect businesses, look at their weak points, look at the areas they can improve on, and I help them create strategies around how they can do all those things. And I also do them also myself. So I'm the kind of person that I walk my talk. Do you get what I mean? So the things that I teach people about, the things that I say to people, or the strategies I formulate for businesses, I also try to look at them from practical angles and apply them to myself to in a few things that I do. So because that's another thing, marketing is a very balanced combination of theory and practical. There are the theories of, I want to sell a house. This and these are the things I'm supposed to do. Then there's now the actual process of doing those things that you've theoretized in your mind, that you've envisioned in your mind, and say, I'm going to do this thing this way. Do you get what I mean? And that in itself is kind of like the crux of marketing, and that's where a lot of people get it wrong. Do you get what I mean? It will be better if you didn't know those things to do than for you to know them, say you would do them, but end up not doing them. So I see a lot of people who basically are complaining about, I'm not making enough sales, this, that. And then you give them the strategy to use to improve. And they are like, nice ideas. But when it comes to implementing it, they chicken out. And one of the beautiful things about marketing is a combination of thought and action. So if you have the good thought process, but you don't have the action, you will suffer for it. If you are good with action, but you didn't go through your thought process properly, you would also end up suffering for it. That's why in the previous class I handled about how to run ads, that's what part of the things I told them, that if you try to go and run ads without having a correct strategy, you would end up wasting a lot of money. And that applies to every aspect of marketing. Any marketing activity you do that is not backed up with core, intense, data-driven strategy would most likely fail, because marketing practically feeds off of data. Do you understand? Customer data, market trend data. Do you understand? Product understanding data, product knowledge, and all those things. So the ideology of marketing is, how do you take what you know and then transform it into actionable plans, actionable steps that you can use to improve your general output. I'm sorry, I'll try to get my light back on, because NEPA people always do the way they want to. Okay, so can see a few more people have joined us. So I think we are good enough to start. Okay, so for those just joining us, my name is Olamide Olanrewaju. I'm the head of marketing of Olamide Groups. And today we're just going to be talking about some strategies, some techniques that you can use as a salesperson or as a realtor, so to speak, to improve the output of your sales and the result that you're getting from your sales. So one of the things that bettered this topic is the fact that we realized that a lot of realtors, they have the network, they have the intention, they have the drive and passion to sell. But when it comes down to applying those strategies, when it comes down to doing the things that can actually make them sell, they fall short. Let me just put it that way. They fall short in those actionable plans that can actually help them improve their sales, improve their output. So what I'm just going to do today is just, try to run you through a few thought process that I think if you apply them or apply the bulk of them, you would be able to improve your overall output in terms of how much you're selling, how much you're getting your brand out there, how much you're getting customers to come in, make inquiries, and eventually how much you're going to be selling real estate or any other products that you sell. So basically, I'll just start from an introductory point of, explaining what marketing is. To most people, marketing is just, you telling people about your product. It's just about advertising your product. But the truth is, I like to see marketing from a different standpoint, which is educating people. Do you get what I mean? One thing I was telling someone recently is that, do you know that a lot more people will buy certain products if they knew why they had to buy it, if they knew the reason they need to buy it. So the idea of marketing is you find a gap, you create a product for that gap. But rather than push your product in people's face, what you want to do is enlighten people about the challenges. Do you understand? Like, let people know where the gaps are, what problems they are encountering in that space. And then after you've educated them about the problem, highlighted a few things that they need to know. Do you understand? Then you profile your product as the solution. So what do I mean in practical sense? A lot of people and a lot of realtors also fail to understand this, that most of your customers don't have the understanding about real estate markets like you do. So you're trying to sell a land in Ibejuleki to someone, and the person is telling you, why should I buy this land? But you as a realtor, because you know Dangote refinery is coming there, Lekki Epe airport is coming there, Dangote jetty is there, the main port of entry in Epe is close to Ibejuleki. Do you understand what I mean? You know all those data, but your client doesn't. So you're expecting your client to make a decision, an uninformed decision, just because you know those things. Whereas where you should come in as an expert is to educate them about all those things that you know that makes you excited to sell that land to them. So that way they are also excited to buy that land from you. So a lot of realtors make that mistake. They're like, oh, I have a land to sell in Ibejuleki. So why should I buy a land in Ibejuleki? Sorry, give me a minute. What's up? I'm on a call. I'm doing a training. All right. So, like I was saying, you need to actually let your clients know the reason why they should be buying this product, and where does marketing factor in? It factors into you doing content around all those kind of things. If there's a new thing launching in those areas that would improve the value of the land, why not do a video about it? Why not do a 5 things you should know about Ibejuleki, or 5 reasons you should invest in Ibejuleki? Those are sourcing forms of marketing where you are not just shouting, come and buy land in Lekki, or I'm selling this 2 plot of land. Do you understand what I mean? It's much more easier when you're taking it from an educative standpoint, where you're educating people and saying, you know what? Lands in Lekki over the past 3 to 4 years have been improving at a 56% interest rate, which means if you buy a land now, in the next 2, 3, 5 years, your land is already doubling in price. Which means, number one, another thing is that lands in this area, they have this kind of document, this type of document. So it means that if you buy this land, your investment is safe. Those are the things you need to be telling your clients. That's why one thing I used to say is that data is a realtor's best friend. Having a lot of knowledge about your market, about the industry you play, is one of the easiest ways to sell. Do you understand what I mean? You might just think that, oh, data is just numbers and all that, but most people make investment decisions based on how much data is available to them, how much understanding of the product or the environment of the product that they have. So you, as a realtor that wants to sell, you want to make sure that you are giving people enough information that at the end of the day, knowing everything they know, if they now choose not to buy, then you can now say, oh, this person is really not serious about investing. But you cannot give them half information or think that the information you have will automatically transfer to them. That's not how it works. So as a realtor, one of your core strengths of marketing is creating content. And if you cannot create content, let's say, oh, you think it's too expensive to make videos, I will blow your mind right now. You can make a good video, an educative video rather, for absolutely free. You have a lot of softwares, a lot of mobile applications that you use to create videos these days, and it will give you a solid professional quality. You have applications like CapCut, Viva Video, Lensa, and the likes of it. And with those kind of softwares, you're just putting your phone in front of you, and you're spewing out your mind, letting people know what you know. And that way, if you're trying to make such people buy from you, it's not going to be so difficult for them to understand why they need to buy. But if you are not educating people, you are just pushing products in their face, I can assure you that at the end of the day, you might not be getting the results you think that you're supposed to get, which is why it is important, just like I said, to educate your clients a whole lot. You want to be the person they go to when they need information. That is one of the easiest form of marketing, being the educator, being the go-to guy. A lot of all these big guys that play in foreign real estate space, the likes of Gary Vee, the likes of Grant Cardone, and the likes of them, what they do is they educate people a lot. So they are viewed from the expat point of view. Do you get what I mean? So people who come to them to buy land, they are coming to invest with an expert. Do you understand what I mean? So as a realtor, you want to take yourself away from the point of just being a realtor to being an investment advisor. What does it mean to be an investment advisor? It means that every time people come to you, do you understand? They know they will gain a lot of insight from you that would help them. Do you understand what I mean? It should get to a part where you are educating people about investment so much that they feel more at peace. They trust you more because they know, okay, this person really understands this thing. Do you get what I mean? I'm sure you've seen a lot of people put their money into pyramid scheme, and you're wondering, how can you go and put your money into a pyramid scheme? How can you go and put your money into MMM? It's simple. It's based on how the person that explained it to them explained it to them. Do you get? By the time you're telling someone, oh, so if you enter from this level and you're able to bring two people, those two people will bring so amount. By the time you join that together, you're getting a percentage of that. And then you go to triangle level, then you go to diamond level, then you go to Bermuda triangle level, all sort of things. But the pain that person takes to explain that process to them makes it look so transparent that they throw all cautions to the wind and then they choose to invest anyways. That is where education comes in when trying to make sales, when trying to convert your clients. So you want to ensure that you are educating people so much that they trust you. Do you get what I mean? Because this is another thing you need to understand as anybody who makes any sort of sales. Nobody buys from you if they do not trust you. So it's either they trust you or they trust whoever is referring you. In the absence of those two things, nobody is going to buy any product from you, no matter how good it looks. You can be selling oxygen. If the people you're trying to sell to don't trust you or don't get a referral from someone that does, no matter the effort you put into it, they would not be buying from you. Do you get what I mean? So that is where the place of education comes into marketing yourself as a realtor. You must be the person who is educating people a lot. Do you get what I mean? You must be doing a lot of video content. And it doesn't even have to be original content. Sometimes you can read something somewhere and do a version of it for yourself. Do you get? But the overall idea is painting that expertise picture in people's mind, such that people trust you and they see you as an expert in that field. But if you're just someone who all you post on your status is just land, come and buy land, come and buy land, come and buy land, no form of education, no form of sharing of data with your clients, with your potential buyers, it's going to be very difficult for them to buy from you. So that is one aspect of it. You must be an expert. You must be dishing out a lot of educative content to your clients if you really, really want them to buy from you. So it goes beyond just trying to push, oh, I'm selling this land, or I have this product. It must go to the point of you being the person they come to. Even when they are trying to invest in any other industry, they should be able to come to you and say, you know what? I have this 10 million, but I don't know what to invest in. I'm thinking of investing it in maybe agriculture. Or I'm thinking of investing it in stock market. Or I'm thinking of investing it in Bitcoin. At that point, when they come to you, you should be able to tell them, okay, yes, you can invest it in this. Or why not invest it in real estate for this reason, for this reason, for this reason. People will trust you more they would respect you more. They will respect your recommendations. So by the time you are not telling them, oh, come and buy this Evernest estate or come and buy this Bushberry estate, they know you are not just saying it to sell. They know you're saying it from a point of understanding, and you are saying it because you know they will actually make a lot of profit from investing in those things. So as a realtor, as an investment advisor, you want to be someone who is dishing out a lot of information. That's marketing, is building customer loyalty. Building customer loyalty. And to build customer loyalty, you need to create a sort of relationship with your customers, with your prospective customers. Just like I explained earlier, nobody buys real estate from someone they don't trust. The real estate industry is already as porous as can be. A lot of distrust going around because, I mean, a lot of people have been duped in the past in real estate interactions. So to buy from you, people have to have a certain level of confidence in you, a certain level of comfort and peace in their mind with you, especially Nigerians, and even so much more Nigerians in diaspora. There are a lot of them that have given their money to their family members, and at the end of the day, they don't see jack. So you expect them to trust you that you're a stranger? No, I don't think they would. So one thing you need to do is garner a lot of patience in building customer relationship. A lot of realtors just want to run hard and then get people to fill forms on Facebook and then call those people and instantly you sell. That's not how it works. To sell to an average Nigerian, you need at least 2 to 3 months of nurturing, of following up. Do you understand? Even when the person is your family member, sometimes you still need to go through a lot of calling, a lot of, sir, good morning. You said you were going to buy, I'm still expecting from you. And then they tell you, oh, call me back in 2 hours time. You call them back in 2 hours time. They're telling you I'm in a meeting. So you see, it takes a lot of patience. And the easiest way to view it from a good perspective is to see them as your friends. Do you understand? To cultivate a sort of relationship so that when you're following up with them, it doesn't seem like hard work, especially because you know what you stand to gain in the eventuality. So, putting that much work into cultivating that lead, into nurturing that lead wouldn't seem like so much work to you, especially when you feel like, oh, this person is now my person. And the truth is that when you are able to build relationship with people, referrals come so much more easily. Do you get what I mean? From the point of view trying to sell to them, when they see your dedication, your drive, how much you are following up with them, how much you are sending them informative content on why they should invest in real estate, how much you are calling them, giving them exciting good news about the investments you're trying to sell to them, what is the new thing in that area that you think will catch their fancy and make them want to invest. Do you get what I mean? By the time you are doing all that, it counts for something. Trust me. It might not instantly translate into sales on the spot, but after a while, after an amount of consistency, they begin to trust you and understand that, okay, this person really, really, really wants me to invest for the good reason. And the beauty of that is if you treat them well, you get them a good deal, they don't have a problem with it. And even after selling to them, you still check up on them once in a while. I just said I should check up on you, see if you have any information about your investment. Hope you've gotten your contract of sales. Hope the company that you bought for, hope they are giving you all the information you need about the land you've bought. And you do that consistently, even after you've sold to them. Such a person will not hesitate at all to recommend someone to you. That's the thing. The way you treat people who have bought from you determines what your future sales will be like. There are some people that they've just been selling to the same set of people over and over again for the last 2-3 years, and they've been making their commission steady. How did they make that happen? By building solid, substantial relationship with those people before they sold, while they were selling, and after they've sold. Whoever you treat well, I'm saying it again, would most likely refer you and will most likely buy back from you again. Another thing, again, you have to also look at it from is the point of connection. People used to say that your parents' friends are your own connection. Connections are not brought from heaven. Do you understand? Connections are built based on the relationship that you build with people, whether business or personal, determines how they react to you, how willing they are to, listen to you or take you up on offers that you give to them. So you must ensure that you build enough connection. And when you look at it also from this angle, is the fact that for every connection you build, for every connection you've made two potential extra connections, because they would most likely refer you to two more people. And imagine that those two more people refer you to another two people. Then those two people refer you to another two people. You're discovering that from one sales, you've made a potential of 10 extra additional potential customers. But it comes down to, how do you present yourself? Do you understand? How do you market yourself? The truth is, there is no secret to being a successful realtor other than how you present yourself, how you position yourself. Do you get what I mean? The industry is oversaturated. One thing you should know is that client you're selling to, there are probably another 5-10 people who are calling that same person and trying to sell land. So you are not just competing against other factors like expenses and all that. You're also competing against other fellow realtors who are trying to sell to the same person. But what would differentiate you is how you market yourself, not just the product alone. How do you position yourself? What level do you put yourself on? If other people who are trying to sell to the person are presenting themselves as just realtors, but you are presenting yourself as an investment advisor, and you have the facts, the data, the content to back it up, that person will most likely pick you more. Do you get what I mean? One thing you should know is that when it comes to money, it's always business to a lot of people. So in an instance where I'm trying to buy something, and maybe I have a family member who sells that thing, and the person is just saying, Ross, come and buy this thing, come and buy this thing. Whereas I know someone else who probably is not as close to me as the person, but the person is giving me a lot more in terms of, oh, this and this and this is why you should buy this thing. If you buy this thing within the next couple of years, it's going to increase in value. And the person is giving me a lot of facts, showing me that they are really an expert in that field. I will most likely buy from that person other than the person that is closer to me, because I expect to get more out of that transaction because the person is solid. And that is the same way a lot of people view sales. A lot of clients that you've made in the past, why not go back to them, call them again, check up on them. Oh, it's been a while. I just wanted to see how you're doing. Hope the investment you've made is not giving you problems. Do you understand? You must build relationship. And when you build those relationships, don't just throw them away after sales. Cultivate them, keep calling them once in a while. It won't cost you more than 100 naira or 200 naira credit to maintain some solid relationship that will make you more sales. So as a realtor, as a salesperson, your ideology of marketing shouldn't just be, I want to sell. It should also be, I want to position myself as a person of value. The amount of value you put out determines the amount of value you get back. So that is just the most important things you need to know about marketing. It's not just about, oh, running ads. Oh, I'm on Facebook. Oh, I'm on Instagram. What are you doing on those platforms? Are you just posting product and boring people with your product? Or are you actually giving them value? And value is not just in terms of what you're selling, the product you're selling. It's also the idea, the ideology you're selling, the story you are selling about yourself and about the product. Once you are able to master these things, and they are really simple, just like I've said, making a video won't cost you anything other than your time and efforts, and that is it. Do you get what I mean? Once you do a video, you can do a video and use it for years to come if the data or information you shared in it are still useful. So it's not just about, oh, I want to sell to this person, so let me just be sharing flyer of product to them. Such a person, after a while, will most likely just mute you. But if you're someone that, oh, there's a new launch of Dangote refinery, and this is what experts are saying about real estate in that space. Oh, if you buy lands around Dangote refinery, of course, not too close to Dangote refinery, you have the potential of having an increase in value between this time and this time and this time. Those are content people want to know. Or you're giving them content around, you know what, since Dangote refinery is an industry of such, I mean, it's a factory rather of such, where a lot of atmospheric chemicals and all that would be released to the air. You want to make sure that you're not investing for residential purpose in this area. You are educating them on how to invest and how not to invest in certain areas, and you are giving them solution. Oh, since based on what I've now said, I have a land that is close to Dangote refinery but doesn't fall within potentially affected areas where chemicals can be in the air. Those kind of products would sell faster because you've already educated people on the importance of actually having that product. But if you just go, oh, I have a land here, then they will ask you, why should I buy your own land that is a bit far from Dangote refinery and not buy the one of someone who is just right beside Dangote refinery? So you get what I mean? So marketing goes beyond just trying to sell a product. It is about selling an idea and selling yourself while at it. Because there are a lot of realtors that once they do a one-time transaction, they are okay. They just leave that client. If that's what you want, it's good. But what you need to understand is after a while, your pipeline might run dry because you are not cultivating and recycling your clients. Clients are just like, I'm trying to look for the word to use. They are just like some reprocessable materials, recyclable materials. Do you understand? It is how you use them, how you cherish them, how you use them well that will determine if they will be reusable in the future, so to speak. Do you get what I mean? It is about how much you are able to convince them that you're a solid guy. There are some clients that they'll buy from you once, just out of pity or out of this person is my family, and they would never come to you again. Whereas there are some clients that after they buy from you the first time, they will actually be the ones chasing you. What differentiates both is the amount of value you put out. So I know maybe when you were coming into this class, you're expecting me to share 5 secrets for being a world-class realtor, or if you run ads constantly, or if you do Google ads, you'll be making sales. Trust me, yeah, there are some of those things that work. But the ultimate marketing strategy you can use as a realtor is to make yourself the product. You have to become the product yourself. So what people are listening to, what people are trying to get is not just, lands that they want to buy or houses they want to buy. It's about how much value you are giving to them, such that when they choose to invest through you or with you, they know they will get their value of money back. So those are just some few things I want to share. I wanted this class to be as short as possible, but while also being impactful. So I don't know if you have any questions for me. Now is the time. Probably if I said something you didn't fully understand and you want me to go back on it, or if you have some questions that has to do with marketing, it might be something I've said or something else that has been on your mind, or any question you have. So feel free to ask so that in the next couple of minutes, we can end the meeting as fast as possible. So please, if you have a question, you can ask me, please. So I'll just give a few minutes for people to ask questions. So please, if you have questions, now will be the right time to ask. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad that you learned a few things. But just like I said, it's also sometimes it can be a strenuous process. That's the truth. Selling is not easy. A lot of people always try to make you think it's easy peasy. So you see a lot of all these big realtors winning cars, winning trips, winning all that, and you think that it's so easy. Or maybe some of them have sugar daddy or they have a sponsor. The truth is sometimes the value you give attracts people to you. Do you get what I mean? There are some times that even other realtors will be willing to share clients with you because they know this guy is solid and he will not disappoint you. But it all comes from you making yourself a product. If there's anything you should learn from this class, it is that. As a realtor, you have to become the product. You have to be the one that people are coming to see, that people are coming to listen to. That way you can sell anything for them. You can even sell water, they will buy it. If you say, come and buy this square meter of water, they will buy it from you because they would believe that for this person to be recommending this thing to me, this person has a reason. And it only comes from the place of them trusting you already based on what you can give. So I'll just give a few more minutes for people to ask questions. If you have questions, please, you can ask. I'll just give like 3, 4, 5 minutes for that. Yes, before I forget, we are starting our upper lights academy. It's a really amazing one. Trust me, it's been in the works for a while. We've been trying to create something of value to reward enthusiastic realtors and people who are really interested in selling real estate. And this Realtors Academy, trust me, it is mind-blowing. You have no idea of how big it is going to be. It covers over 8 modules and more than 48 topics. There are about 10 faculty members from different areas of business, real estate. We have a lot of real estate developers who will be taking classes, a lot of top-notch salespeople in different fields, real estate, banking sector, media sector, who will be coming to teach you a lot of solid things. And guess what? We have scholarships available for as many people as qualify for it. And it's simple, it's free, there's no sign-up fee, there's no, it's an absolutely free thing. If you apply, if you get chosen, you'll be called. We would now, select the final people who will be a part of the academy. And it is a monthly expression. So it's not, if you apply this month, you don't get in, you can apply again the next month and probably you get in. So on the group, the link to register would be available on the groups, but I will also try to share it on this call. So yes, someone is asking if the Upper Light Academy will be available through Zoom. For now, it won't be. It's going to be physical because the truth is, when you're building something for the first time, you can't afford to just make it an online thing, because trust me, online things do not do as well as things that you cultivate from the scratch can. So for now, we'll only be doing it, for now, we'll only be doing it as a physical class. And registration is open from now to the end of this month. So it means you have a lot of time on your hands to register if you really want to be a part of it. And just like I said, there's no sign-up fee. All you have to do is fill a form. And when it's time for the interview, people who get shortlisted will be called for an interview, and then we'll select 20 most qualified people. And most qualified, trust me, is not, there's no nepotism involved. There's no, we know this person, so we choose this person. No, it's a free and fair process, not like a Nigerian election. So, but I've shared a link in the chat. For those who want to register, you can click on the link. It's simple. Within 2-3 minutes, you fill the form. It's that easy. So it's not a long or cumbersome process. But trust me, you will be learning a lot about marketing, a lot about how to be a good salesperson, a lot about understanding the legalities of the space, a lot about even construction. We are teaching people about how to understand different developments and projects so that it's easier for you to sell. If you know why some certain houses are built in certain ways, it's easy for you to take your client to site and explain the same process for them, and then it won't be difficult for them to buy, because just like I've been saying this whole video, it's all about being a top-notch investment advisor. So you need to evolve beyond just being a realtor. You need to be an investment advisor. You need to be someone that people would care to listen to because you have a lot of solid content for them. So I don't know if there are any other questions, if there are any other things you need to know. You can simply reach out on any of the Realtors, Upper Light Realtors group you belong to. And if you have questions for me, you can always ask. If you have questions for our other trainers, Mr. Dami Olanrewaju, Mrs. Yewande Redemi, who took the course the previous week about the legal side of real estate. If you have questions for any of us, or even if you have questions about the academy, you want to know more, you want to know what the process is like, just simply reach us on the group. You can send us a message through the group admin, and then they'll get back to us, and then we'll provide you with the answer. So thank you all very much for joining. I'm happy that I was able to, share a few useful things for you. Just like I said, if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and I hope that you take some of those things that I've talked about and apply them to your life, whether as a realtor or generally as a salesperson. Trust me, the method is the same all across whatever you do. Just ensure that you're solid enough such that people trust you and they can take your word with so much value and act on the things that you recommend. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm really grateful. for sharing your evening with you. I hope that next time we'll be able to talk more about other things. And just like I said, don't forget, just copy the link of the academy. Make sure you register. If you have people you think will be interested, you can also share it with them. It's not even necessarily only about real estate alone. It's just about becoming a solid salesperson. That is what it's all about. So thank you very much. I can see someone even saying thank you in Chinese. I don't understand Chinese, but thank you very much for joining. All right, take care. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye.